Hey, hello. I was setting up my threat plates for Season 3, and I think I've got all the different profiles for the different dungeons are in the system. But I thought I'd go ahead and give it a test through. Do a quick follower dungeon here through Eric here. And you kind of see how it's working if you're not familiar with how I set up my threat plates. So for DPS, of course, if you don't have aggro on a mob, everything's good. You'll have a green border around. However, if you get aggro there, turn red. All of these nameplates are the standard red color. But casters that we're going to have to watch for interrupts will be pink color, and mobs with frontals we got to watch for will be a blue color. So you can see right there, the trailing attendant is something we need to interrupt. See, there's his resonant barrage. That's the spell that we want to interrupt.
I am out of range.
And here's a couple more. This guy also has a spell we want to interrupt, a web bolt. And he has a frontal. You can see his health bar turn blue there while he's casting the frontal.
I need to target something first.
Oh, it looks like the profile I got set up is working okay on the mobs in here so far. See, I got aggro on these guys, so I got red border around my frames, and it's turning yellow because threats getting picked up by the tank, and now it's green because the tank has aggro.
I do not have a target.
Let's see, this guy has a frontal we want to avoid. Oh. Unless he dies really quick.
I am out of range. I need a target. Up through the next packs, we got several that need interrupts, several that have frontals, and one that needs a stun. So mobs need to watch for stuns. Will have an orange color. It is too far away. Find them.
The colorations are very similar to what Quasi uses on his plater profile. I did use his plater profile couple seasons ago, and I thought it was pretty slick, so it's mostly what this emulates. But threat plates is a bit of a lighter load than plater is, and maybe a little easier to work with.
I need to target something first.
So those bloodstained web guys there, they have a volley that's got to be interrupted. That's the big one. Of course, the hulking blood guard has that frontal there to dodge.
I am
to break.
And this guy here needs a stun or interrupt. That's the Sentry Stag Shell. And that was the volley. And we'll see up there on those Sentry Stag Shells. Once again, they're orange. That lets you know
I need a target.
we'll be watching for their cast so we can get them stunned. So that'll summon up more mobs if we don't interrupt that.
I need to target them. I do not have a target.
These are pretty simple in functionality, but the Season 3 profile should have mobs for all the Season 3 dungeons in there, and casts, stuns, and frontals. This guy has a frontal, that's why he's got a blue nameplate. There it is. Those overseers have a volley we want to interrupt as well.
Once, my people thrived under the guidance of the Black Empire. Queen Neferis
I think my tank decided to pull some side mobs.
but no more. Answer and the Black Blood will usher in a new age for Ashkahet.
I need to be prepared.
Yeah, once again, we're watching these guys for volleys.
I need a target.
The harvest will prevail!
Okay, and there we go. So it looks like all the mobs in here are getting marked correctly. Like I said, I do have all the dungeons coming up in the rotation. They're all laid out in here. We've got, of course, Operation Floodgate. There's the new Eco one. I have not been on the PTR, so I haven't had a chance to test those. Priory's in there. So is Hall's Batonement. Of course, our two sides of Tazavesh. Or maybe it's, yeah, I think that's it. And then Dawnbreaker's in there, and Arakara, of course. So I'll post a link up to this, be in the description. It's up in paste bin, the profile. I'm pretty sure once the season starts, there may be some last tweaks to do to there. Maybe a mob that was missed, or a cast that isn't marked up in here. Because I do mark in, of course, we're watching for casters to mark their nameplates, and we're watching for frontals mark the nameplates of mobs, and we also mark up the mobs we need to watch for stuns, and then we're also tracking the actual casts themselves and the frontals and the casts that need to get stunned. So like I said, the profile is going to get linked up in the description, and I will update off that same link as I need to make updates. I think for Season 2, I had to make at least one profile update, add some mobs in that were missing, and I'm sure the same thing will be for this one. But if you've already used my Season 2
threat plates profile. This is very similar, just mobs for Season 3 and dungeons. And then if you haven't used it, then it'll be just what you saw. It's pretty basic. You've got nameplates, just giving you enough information as you go through these dungeons, so you can watch for casters, you can watch for stuns, and watch for frontals need to dodge. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.